Hello everyone, Praise Scooter here, and welcome to the finale of Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. We have found the 5th sage. We have made our way to the bottom of the depths, the bottom of the most bottom part of the entire land of Hyrule, in this iteration of at least. And all that stands between us is a grumpy old husk of a man and his desire for power, which has a bit of a story thing tied to it that I'm not super keen on, but I'll address that when we get there.
How disappointing. This world should be shrouded in darkness, not bathed in insufferable light. All these weak, peace-loving cowards running rampant. It would have been more satisfying to overcome a worthy foe.
Regardless, I will reshape this world as it was meant to be. I will crush any opposition. I will rule. That is what a king must do. Do not look away. You witness a king's revival. And the birth of his new world.
Well, bring it on, you big nerd. So I don't know if it... Let me look here. Okay, not yet. So I did do a little healing off. I did do a little healing and a little cooking off camera just to recover from gloom blight, really, if anything. Wait for it. Switching to the spear, I see. Also, this is kind of a cool thing. So swing at him. Okay. But as you saw, he does have a parry mechanic to him where he can parry your attacks as well.
What a feeling. I'd almost forgotten the thrill of battle. That feeling as blood surges in my veins. And I am not even nearing the limits of my power. Enjoy these final moments. I will be taking far more than you're on this time.
Oh boy, he's got clones. I forgot about this. So for one, I think he can still... Yeah, okay, never mind. He didn't. He has clones now. Also, if he hits you at any point in the fight... Yeah, if at any point... Ouch. If at any point he hits you in the fight, he can remove permanent hearts. So be prepared for that. Okay, prepared for the dodge. Ouch. Okay, that's bad. So you cannot just wail on him, but like I said, gotta be careful because he will do glue damage. He will do gloom damage, and I believe at some point he will actually also deal... He can actually also deal damage back to... You can deal permanent health max health damage to you. I think actually that starts at this point. Alright, and now he puts it into one-on-one. Now he can counter. Gotta watch. This actually becomes a proper fight at this point. Back up a little bit. Back up a little bit and prepare to guards. Now I think his club is actually probably the easiest of his attacks to dodge. His spear, not so much. His spear, not so much, because he doesn't have these homing shots. Be prepared to dodge to the side. It's a dodge fest at this point, baby. He can flurry rush you much like you can flurry rush him. You are not invincible in this fight, man. I believe those homing shots that are coming after you are actually what does. Those homing shots that he launches actually do take away your maximum health. So does this. So just back away and prepare to dodge swiftly around his own attacks. It is actually a proper fight. It is actually a proper fight. Dang, I'm jumping too early. Wait for it. It was an overhead. Should have jumped to the side in that one. Back up a little bit. Like I said, this one's probably the easiest one to dodge. And he can counter. He can counter with his own flurry attacks. That was a backwards jump, my bad. I guess the best way for me to dodge is actually to do a sidestep here. Oh, dang it. There goes the max heart. I guess we're doing sneaky tactics then. Or not. And what is a fight? What is a fight against the evil King Ganondorf? Or rather, at this point, the evil King Ganon. Without fighting an enormous size version. So for this fight... So for this portion of the fight, I didn't understand how to do this myself. Actually, you know what? Now let's keep this on. This is the look I've chosen for the whole series. No, I know what I'm doing. At this point, Zelda will distract him. And your goal is to get down to him. Various points along his body are going to have these, well, for lack of a better term, spots and boils on them. You need to get over there and just mess them up. Also, at this point, if you had lost any max health from the previous fight, it is now recovered. Get to these boils on his back and just mess them up, and then you'll get forcefully flung off. Now, I don't know if we'll have enough time to get back onto the dragon's back. We will not, I don't think. Ow. Nope, we won't. Okay. At any point in this fight, if you fall below a certain threshold, if you fall below a certain point, Zelda will come along and pick you up. Somehow. Grab me, please. So you never have to worry about hitting the ground floor of Hyrule while you're doing this fight. And because of such, Zelda will take you directly to Ganondorf to roughly where the next spot of attack is. As soon as Link stands up, you have your opportunity to strike. Now, I recommend going from the head to the tail because Ganon will be more focused on Zelda. Ganon will be more focused on Zelda and will be harder to get to his spot on his head. It'll be harder to get to the spot on his head over everything. I'm going to try and... Nope, it's not going to work. Let's just let it be. So, admittedly, this part of the fight is probably stupid easy. Oh, did you stop moving? Oh, you can get multiple cycles in. Well, don't mind if I do. No. You don't get to run. You don't get to run. Don't run for me. I don't know where the next... I'm not going to lie. I don't know where the next boil is. Up there. So, I think there's one more... Nope, that's where the last one is. It's way up there. Wait. Did I have an opportunity to just run across his body? Oh, he's not running. Why is he not running? Probably because this hurts like heck to do. Oh, nope. He's decided it's time to be done. Thankfully, you don't have to worry about recovering any hearts. At this point, let's just dive down and grab a ride on Zelda. Sorry, I goofed up the script. I'll follow naturally. Thank you. But yeah, admittedly, this part of the fight, really easy. Like, as long as you can hit those open spots on it, it's really easy. The hardest part is actually going to be coming up here in just a second. Let me move. Thank you. I would put on the glide armor to get out here easier. Zelda, if you be a doll and act as a distraction, I know what I must do. And again, like I said, this part of the fight really easy, and I really wish it wasn't this easy, because this is the climactic part of the fight. It should be rough. Like the fight with the beast, beast blight, whatever you want to call it, Ganon from Breath of the Wild was harder than this. Same premise, you know. Get on our quote unquote mount. Fine, I'll do it like this. Pick me up and let's go. But here's the final hit coming up here, and this is probably the hardest hit of the whole fight because, well, if you're an astute observer, you'll kind of being guided to a certain spot. Right into the belly of the beast, as they say. And he will shoot at you to knock you out of the sky. Just gotta play a little bit of Arkanoid, baby. That gem doesn't belong to you. This ends Here! I really hope no one was there. That was right over Korok Forest. Someone was there. Unfortunately, there is still one less thing we have to do. and has been the drive of our entire adventure up to this point. Besides destroying Ganondorf, besides finding and rekindling the lights of the several sages, besides everything else, there's one quest we haven't finished yet. And that is to find Zelda.
Link, how are you? I was... I reached you, after all. He's gone. The Demon King. I'm not in a dream, right? You did it. Oh, Link, you really did it. But how am I... No, I understand. I had been sleeping all this time. But when I felt something, like a warm, loving embrace, I woke up. Thank you. Link, I met such wonderful people. I saw Hyrule as it was. I have so much to tell you. So much happened. Oh, Link, I'm home.
I'm trying to catch my breath so I don't become a bit of a sobbing mess here. So my apologies. As the credits start rolling, there are two glaring things with this game that I personally have a problem with that I didn't realize until I saw others play this game, and I myself was starting to replay this game. One major glaring fact. Other than for the sake of being evil, what was Ganondorf's motive? In this game, they brought him back and said he's evil for the sake of being evil. That's it. Even in the dialogue as we led up to the end here, that's all it was. He was evil for the sake of being evil. And the other thing is, even though they spent so much time building into this ultimatum that Zelda had to choose in order to defeat, or at least assist in defeating Ganondorf, this whole thing that they went through and writ out the story for so well. And I understand fiction does this a lot, where it's just a random final 2 minutes butt pull. I want to use a different word, but I won't. Other than the fiction trope of a last 2 minute butt pull, how do they undo the dragonification? That's those two things. Ganondorf's actual motive and how Fix were either rushed or just for the sake of being it. Other than those two glaring points for me, this game has now pretty much put itself as my favorite game. Like, there are a few games that hide up in the top of the list, and I of course cannot make that list without sitting down and comparing pros and cons of everything. But I feel pretty confident saying that Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is my favorite game. I of course have some other games I need to probably play to see if it holds contention, but the fact that they took Breath of the Wild, that was at the time my favorite game at that point, they took that game and they said, all right, that's cool and all, but what if we tripled the amount of play area and the amount of things you can do in the game and added in effectively a build your own vehicle system on top of all the puzzles that you can solve from the moment you leave the tutorial? What if we did all that? The amount of handiwork and craftsmanship that went into making this game. Granted, they did it on the Breath of the Wild engine, so they didn't have to mess with physics too much or make their own engine again. But the fact that they put so much of this, all of this, together and basically tripled the amount of game we had beforehand, it's going to take a lot. Like, I unfortunately, I know myself I'm going to have this problem. It's going to take a lot for everybody's name you're seeing scroll by here to look at this series again and go, okay, how do we one-up this? Or at least make it comparable. How do we do that? And unfortunately, I don't think they're going to be able to for at least another decade. And whatever game comes after this in the series will probably still be a good game. But in comparison to Tears of the Kingdom, it is going to be considered a stinker. I'm seeing the future. If you want to hold on to this clip, I may hold on to this clip myself, I'm saying right now. If you want to hold on to this for the future, so I can come back to it when Zelda comes back around and the reviews start piling in and everybody's general reception, I will stand on this point that the next Zelda game is going to be regarded as a stinker compared to Tears of the Kingdom. Not bad, but it will not be held in as high regard. But me putting this negative aside, this game really it shattered everything that most of these devs that were on the credits you see here, all these devs and all these everybody, these folks all worked on Breath of the Wild. They were trying to make more DLC for Breath of the Wild, and everything you're seeing in Tears of the Kingdom was basically meant to be DLC for Breath of the Wild. But they can't keep my thoughts and speech straight. The game became such a monumental undertaking as a DLC edition that they just couldn't do it. They had to shelve it as a DLC and turn it into its own thing. That's how much was going into this game. And keep in mind, Breath of the Wild already had DLC as is. So they were initially going to be cool with just packing more onto that. But they said, there's too much here. It's going to become too bloated. We need to make it its own thing. And I'm really thankful they made it its own thing. Because I don't know how they could have put a game with this scale, other than really using your save file of what you've done so far, putting a game that's this scale and tacking it on top of Breath of the Wild and saying, oh yeah, there's like another 20, 30 hours of gameplay here in this $20 DLC pack. That'd be bonkers. I think they did make the right call in making this its own standalone title, rather than slapping it on top of something else that already existed. Now, I don't know where I put it. Oh, right. It's the Gloom song. I got put off by that jingle. Now, at some point at this, I probably have put on the Hero's Path thing that I wanted to do that's playing. And hopefully I haven't gone over 250 hours. I don't think I have. But you are seeing the entire Hero's Path pass by as I've been talking here. I'm not going to put my own personal playthrough path on there because I did nowhere near as much in my personal playthrough as I did during this playthrough. And I will say, when it comes to future, if I ever sit down with this game again, if I ever sit down with this particular game again, I don't think I will ever go to this extent again. Unless, for some reason, I find myself with a mountain of additional time to myself. And keep in mind, I didn't do parts of the game. I did not do the Korok Seeds. I did not max up my armor. And that part is literally probably another 100 hours in itself, grinding out materials to get everything you need for the armor pieces, as well as just finding all the Koroks. Like I said, that's at least another 100 hours. I'm probably overshooting. It's probably closer to 20, but still. And as these credits go by, you've seen, like, I managed to keep a decent conversation this whole time. We're almost at the end, oddly enough. But you see how many people worked on this game. The scale of this game. This is like gaming's biggest game to exist. Other than Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And like I said, we were pretty much at the end of the credits. So, Eiji Aonuma pretty much guided everybody to make this. A brainchild of Miyamoto-san and Takahashi-san. Now, there is one additional thing here, and I believe it is tied to getting all of the shrines in the game. Because I did not get all, other than Sage as Wells, I did not get all of everything else in my personal playthrough. So I'm pretty sure something that's going to happen here is tied to 100% shrine completion.
I can't believe such an impressive landmass can float in the sky. Just when I thought I'd started to figure the Zonai out.
Everyone, I am glad I was able to bring you all here. I wanted to share this view of Hyrule with all of you.
Whoa! I've never been this far up before, Goro.
Wow, what a sight it is. And Zelda, you were roaming the skies all along?
Yes, although I don't really remember. I never thought I would actually stand here again.
This is only a theory, but Raru's power of light and Sonia's time power. For Zelda to transform back, they both must have channeled their abilities through you, Link.
I see.
Now it seems it is my time.
Minoru!
Do not worry. You have overcome the burden my era left to you. You have proven yourself, and you no longer need me. I know I can move on, join Raru and the others, and the world will be safe.
Those of us gathered here swear on our lives to support Princess Zelda and... to support Princess Zelda and safeguard the land of Hyrule.
Raru and Sonia will be happy to hear of this.
But Minoru...
And I'll let them know just how much you care. Thank you all.
King Raru, Queen Sonia, Minoru. The ancient sages. They wished not only to save Hyrule from the Demon King, but for it to see eternal peace. I will dedicate myself to that goal. Now, and for all time. My friends, with all of your strength, stand with me.
Thank you all so much for joining me on this adventure through Hyrule in The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. in grand video projects, there may be a few days of rest and other videos that may pop up. But I will see you on Monday for Nintendo's other big IP. You folks have a great rest of your day, and take care. And thank you so much for watching.